Didn't work. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Okay. Trying to get everybody in. Yes, good afternoon. All righty. A lot of you have submitted the first part of the activity um, from the module. And what I thought I would do, what it wanted you to do was create a spreadsheet. So what I thought I would do is put that in there for you because most of you are creating a document for me. Um, so everybody was working on this. So let's look at that first. I'm still admitting folks. I'm going to take a minute, let these people come in. This is a big class. So about a third of the folks are still missing. I do want to wait till everybody's in. But this was the first part of the activity. I tweaked it a little bit so that it made more sense to you. But what I want you to look at, let me hopefully, yes, okay. So what I did, I put this in the folder for you as well. So it should go from one page to the other in the module. I created a spreadsheet because this is what you were supposed to actually do. You were supposed to create a spreadsheet. So some of you, like Ryder, I think Ryder gave me a nice list of things. Oops, document is still processing. All right, we'll come back to that. Yes, I know you submitted yours, but then what I want you to do is take that information that you got there and I want you to put it on a spreadsheet. And then you did one, Nia, you did one particular industry. So what the activity is actually asking you to do, and I tried to create a spreadsheet for you to give you an idea of what you actually were supposed to do with this. Let's see if it doesn't come up there, I'll show. Okay, it'll come up eventually. But let me show you what you really should be doing with this. And I did mine in Excel, and you could do this thing. So basically, the document that I have in the Dropbox is going to look something like this, where all of the 17 topics that they had in the assignment are listed in your first column. Then you want to find the CTSO that goes with that activity. So some of you have done that part already. Then you want so at the end of the day, you are submitting this as a spreadsheet. So some of you focused on one career and not the other, but at the end of the day, we want you to look at all of the careers, all of the possible CTSOs, and once you get with this, we want to know what are the leadership opportunities within that CTSO? What careers go along with that? And are there any scholarships that if you were going to college and you're going to study this particular career for this career, are there any scholarships for you to, and then you can add another column. There's scholarships. We can add, let's see over here, colleges. Where can you go to college? to study this particular. I just added that on here, but it's not on the spreadsheet that's in the Dropbox. But hopefully it's pulled up by now. But this is what you need to be doing. This is what the activity asked you to do, actually. They wanted you to create a spreadsheet. They wanted you to look at all 17 occupations. So you would have a list like this, and then you want to complete the spreadsheet from what you're looking at. So for example, and I'm going to, oh, there it is. Finally came up. All right, so this is what should appear, and I just added colleges over here as another column, and you can do that as well. So this is what should be in your folder. You have 17 career things to look at. They want to know to name the CTSO that goes with it. So what I want to do is give you, I think I was looking at, let me come over here. And right, I'm going to use yours as an example again because you kind of started it. All right, so what I want you to do with this, yeah. All right, so I want you to do what Ryder did. Ryder has all 17 listed, and next to each one, so your first column would be the CTSO that goes with that career, okay? And then from there, I want you to look at what are the leadership positions in those organizations. In other words, do you have a president, is it local? So let me bring you back to the question over here. All right, so once you've created that list like Ryder had in your first column, yes, it is a lot of work, and it's going to take you a little while to do it. It's going to take you a little, this is not an overnight activity. This is a get started today. We have until next week, and you should have started it already. So we're still going to have until next week to turn in the completed document. All right, so in the second column, you want to know what are the opportunities available in the organization as far as state and local and national. Is there a state, or is it just something that they have at your high school? Because I want to ask you that later. We're going to go back and look at the high school that you're connected with and what organizations do they have that you can join. Okay, so that's another question for another day, but right now we want to just look at the list of 17, and we want to know what are the available opportunities within that CTSO. So that was the assignment from before. Now we want to look at looking at filling in the rest of the spreadsheet with the other columns, okay? So again, you should have already gotten at least the first column done. So I think some of you were kind of disoriented about what you were supposed to do. So that's why I created this document to kind of organize your thoughts. So the original assignment was to create a spreadsheet, look up all the CTSOs that go with each of these. So I showed you how to do that the other day. Just type in, and I did CTSO for agriculture. Okay, let me do it shorter than that because that's too long. If you went to CTSO, or the second one on the list was energy. All right. So you see up here, the AI just told you what the organizations are. It's called TSA, Technology Student Association. So that is the name of the CTSO that you want to put in that first column. Then it goes on to tell you what it does and what's available. So you might have to research a little bit more, but this right here is all you need for that first column and the second column. Okay, so you want to go down the list and do that for each one. So you can do like I did, just keep changing the last word in the phrase here. It looks like a lot of work, but it's real easy. Just keep changing the last word in the phrase, and then it'll give you the next one on the list. What's the next one on the list? Next one on the list is health science. So I'm going to change this to health science. I spelled it right. And it tells you that the CTSO is called HOSA for Future Health Professionals. So that's the CTSO. Okay, so you just want to go through the list and fill in that first column and then fill in the second column accordingly. Okay, any questions, any questions, any questions? Any questions? All right, so the other activity you still need to do, that was kind of like preliminary. You can still, most of you, many of you, I'm gonna say most, many of you have completed that part already. Now I just need the spreadsheet. Okay? So use the other one as a preliminary exercise and get the information that you got from the first activity and include it in this one. I'm going to repeat this again because there's still about 7 or 8 people who are missing. All right, so again, if you have already submitted this one, you're good. Let's see, you as a student. All right, so yours will look like that. So you would have completed the activity, answered the 2 questions, and put it in the Dropbox. All right, and once you finish that, then you're going to send me a spreadsheet. Okay? Questions, questions? All right, so we're not only looking at what you're interested in, we're looking at all the possible career choices and all the possible CTSOs that are available for those career choices. And again, getting involved in high school level organizations is important because it connects you with activities and national groups, and careers these days is about who you know. Connections. You got to start making connections while you're young so that you can meet the right people and take the right courses and move in the right direction towards something that's going to be meaningful to you as a career choice. Now this spreadsheet we're going to use this later on too. We're going to use this spreadsheet to look at writing resumes to a particular company and addressing it in a particular way so that it addresses the place that you're interested in. Okay? Anybody confused? Yes, and that's just the one you got to. So that's the one you did, Nia. So yes, look that up, add that, but you want to make sure you put that on your spreadsheet and then go back and do the others. But you can start with that one. But yes, you do. So again, like I said, put that in as just type what you just put there, copy and paste that into Google, and it will come up and tell you exactly what you need to know. And again, we're trying to figure out if you take this up class up in what classes can we take in high school? What organizations are there for you to participate in either in high school or in your community? Um, is it national, international? And a lot of times if they're national, they have scholarships. Are there scholarships available for this? Are there internships available for this? That's the information you all need to put on your spreadsheet. So I created an Excel. So if you did this in Excel, you could create a document in Excel and then save it as a PDF. And when you save it as a PDF, it'll come up looking like this. And then that you can upload back to me in the Dropbox. All right, I'm going to stop sharing so I can do attendance. Again, if you have questions, please ask. The spreadsheet's not scary. You're just putting answers in the box. And again, I showed you how to fill out the first column. The first column should look just like the example I showed you that, let me pull it back up. Okay, got a student view. So I'm gonna give you a cheat sheet in a second. Thanks to mm-hmm. Yes, Nia, that's you're off to a good start. Just like that. Take your time, there's no rush. I say there's no rush, but uh, don't let it don't let it overload you and scare you like that. It's not scary. All right, so again, I'm going to help you out and look at this for a little while. No, that was fine, Nia. That's fine. Except the way you have it, I don't know whether you're having it. Well, you could do it that way, where you're doing a box for each. And folks, I did the spreadsheet one way, but you could do it whichever way is more comfortable for you. So if you're going to take it where you have the first one and then you answer all the categories going down and then take number two and go down, that's fine too. So you don't have to do it like a spreadsheet. So Nia, the way you're doing it is fine. You just keep going down and then go number two and then keep going. Okay. All right. All right. So folks, like I said, I will leave this up as your cheat sheet. You could, so this is column number one for you. All the careers are there and they have a list of all of the TCS. You just need to look up what those are and what they do. So we're giving you a little head start. Thank you, Ryder. So you now in turn need to look up what are all those initials? What do they stand for? What do they do? What careers can you if you join that organization, um, what leadership positions are available as a member of that organization, and what careers, professional careers, can you get by being a member of that organization? What benefit is it being in that CTSO? And by knowing what all of these do, then you can get a better idea. This might be something you're interested in. This is something that you're not interested in. If it's not available at your school, where is it available? And can you join it from another school? Sometimes some schools offer them and other schools don't. Do you have to be a member of that student at that school in order to be a member of that organization? That's a question. It might be a county thing. A lot of questions, a lot of questions. All right, I'm going to step away just for a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right. Hopefully you got that down. I'm going to stop sharing. If you didn't get them all down, you should have the general idea by now. Yes, it is. They are so silent. That's great. That's brilliant minds at work. Brilliant minds at work. Okay. Um, I'm going to share one more. Sarai, I'm going to share yours since I have it here in the folder and show you because some of this, she did not do hers as a spreadsheet, but this is acceptable as, and this is what I was saying to you, Nia, if you want to continue to do it like the way you were doing it. All right. So doing it in this format is perfectly acceptable where you have the title and then you have the CTSO, you have the opportunities, leadership. So it is perfectly acceptable to do it in this format. Okay. I'm going to move this so that you're not copying her answers. But I just wanted to show you a different way to do it. Thank you. Thank you. This is lovely. Um, but please, and please number them for me if you're going to do it like this so that I know that you have all 17 um, on your list. Not that I don't want to count. Like you don't have all 17, you have some. Okay, thank you. I don't know why the grade book does this every time. All right, remember what I said about typing in the chat. You should be focused on your work. Everybody's silent because they should be focused on their work. Excuse me.